I want to go in the girls' restroom here. That's ma'am to you! You're going down! You pay for the security? I'm off the floor with them. I'm janitorial.
She didn't even try. I feel like her brain has some like deep-seated trauma from when they used to beat each other's ass. She's like, oh my God, I used to beat his, and then one day he just got bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing she secured was her spot on that floor. I don't think I've ever seen someone physically mop the floor with somebody. Heard the terminology, but never actually seen it.
Zero shade, but why don't men ask women out anymore? Like, the guys that I'm meeting, matching with on Hinge and everything else, they're pen-paling me. Like, asking me the most absurd questions that I know they don't care the answer to. But, like, why don't you just ask me to hang out, and then we'll see if we actually have chemistry and go from there? Why are you asking me what I did today? And then not planning a date. Please, a straight man in the comments, answer. I'm so frustrated. Like, I don't know what to do. Help.
Because I have to pay for the hangout. I have to pay for it. And it's expensive. That's why. I don't want to pay for the hangout anymore. It's too expensive.
No, because why did I just have a staring contest with this man in the gym? Why? And then he had the nerve to wave bye to me. Do men not speak anymore? I just want to know, do men not approach?
Did you know that 78% of men don't approach women anymore? Here's why that's your advantage. Fear of rejection, fear of looking awkward or desperate, which means if you're the one guy who walks up, introduces himself, and could hold a conversation, you're not competing with anyone. So no, hot girls are not used to being approached. In fact, they are waiting on it. Comment approach for my comprehensive guide on how to master the approach like a natural.
They continue to try. Modern women continue to try to sell this man. Men is not interested. They're not interested anymore.
I got a question for the fellas because I'm trying to understand the dynamic now and how all this got misconstrued. Why is it that men nowadays, when it comes to dating, they don't believe in pursuing a woman, aka chasing a woman? What is the big issue with a man pursuing a woman? I don't just mean you making the first move. I mean like you actively pursuing this woman, calling her, texting her, planning dates. Why is it now we're in this day and age where men are like, oh, you could call me, oh, I was waiting on you to call me, I was waiting on you to text me, I was waiting on you to make the first move. For what? Criticize me all y'all want, but I am an old-fashioned girly. I was raised by my grandmothers. I believe in the old school ways and how things are supposed to go. If you that type of man where you think you are the prize, honestly, this video ain't for you, because I believe that women are the prize, because we're the ones that get chose. We're the ones that get picked. When a man findeth a wife, a man findeth a good thing. And I'm not even the type of woman to sit up here and think that I'm equal to a man. I think that a man is most definitely above me. My husband is for sure above me. Your heavenly father, your husband, everything else immediately after that. I'm not the one to sit up here and try to say I'm equal to a man and we on the same. No, we not. A man is above me. My husband is above me. So let's get that clear and out the way. Boom. My biggest issue that I have in my dating life is men are so lazy. I was waiting on you to call me. I was waiting on you to text me. No, sir. You asked me for my number. I gave it to you. It's up to you to call me, check on me, see how I'm doing. You're trying to get me. This is my thing. I don't ever make the first move on a man. I let men come get me. You want me? Come get me. If a man really wants you, he's going to come get you. It's not nothing extra I gotta do. It's not, no. If you want me, you're going to come get me. And the lesson that I learned in my previous relationships was never let a man tell you he don't want you more than once. So when I give you my number and you don't call me or you do all that, that's basically telling me you don't want me. Y'all have no problem pursuing your education. You have no problem pursuing your career. You have no problem pursuing your goals. A house when you want a house, a car. So why is it y'all have an issue with pursuing a woman, a marriage? Because y'all are the ones that pick us for marriage. We don't pick y'all. Y'all get on one knee. This is why I don't date now. I ain't been on a date in a year. And that is exactly why. It's because I'm so sick of men. Oh, I was waiting on you to call me. Well, you're gonna be waiting until you dead. If you pay attention to like older couples that have like years in, yeah, she didn't really like me at first, and she used to curve me, and then I finally got her. Like, what happened to that? Y'all don't even want the pursuit of a good woman anymore. And I know I'm a good woman. Hell, I got a good career. I have ambition. I have goals. I have drive. I have things going for myself. I know how to treat a man when I have one. So what is the big issue with pursuing a good woman?
Are you? I mean, because you're asking what happened to that type of pursuit. What happened to that type of chase? Men they're ending up with restraining orders. They're ending up in jail. That's what happened to it.
Oh, I am so sick. I just seen a fine man in Kroger. Y'all, oh my God. I feel like he was looking at me. I was looking at him. But my approaching men days are over with. I don't do that, y'all. I feel like he wanted to say something to me because, like, we kept, like, running into each other at the store. Because, like, when I first got to the store, I was on my phone. I wasn't really paying attention. I turned around, and I happened to look. I was like, damn, who was that? So then I continued to walk through the store, and I ended up bumping into him another time. And I feel like he wanted to say something because he ended up tripping over something because he was looking at me. But then he, like, stopped, and then he kept walking. So then I proceeded to go through the store, and then we end up, like, as soon as I'm turning the corner, we end up, like, coming face to face. So I waved at him, and he waved back at me. So then I'm getting ready to leave the store, and then I end up seeing him. Like, I kind of tried to play it off like I wasn't looking, but I got out the store, and then, like, I was sitting in my car, and I felt like he was kind of, like, looking around to see where I was. Or maybe I might just be delusional. I don't know. But, y'all, he was so cute. And, okay, so maybe I might be able to help me. He had I believe he was working. I could have sworn he had an AT&T logo on his shirt. So, y'all, I'm in Dallas. So, if you done made it to the end of the video and you know somebody that's fine that work for AT&T, tell them to slide up.
Why don't guys approach women anymore? In my life as a matchmaker, I have heard from guys that there are two main reasons. Number one is they don't want to be creepy, and number two is they're kind of afraid of rejection. And I have a whole nother video about why we've lost the art of flirting, and it has some of the underlying reasons for those two things. But if you want to seem more approachable to guys, there are three things you should do. Number one is make more eye contact than you think is normal. So there's actually a whole video that this girl has made about this thing called sticky eyes. I've kind of been trying it, and I fear it works, unfortunately, because it can feel like awkward to do. But yeah, you have to look at someone for more time than feels normal and like hold their eye contact. So it's okay if you have to look away the first time, but then next time hold eye contact for longer. That brings me to my second thing. If you want to be a little bit more obvious, you should smile at them, and you can hit them with a couple different types of smile. You can hit them with like a kind of like a bashful smile. They eat that shit up. And the second thing you could do is hit them with like a really confident smile. Like, I know I'm that bitch. You know, channel the woman who sings Does Your Mother Know from Mamma Mia. Channel that energy. Hit them with a smile. Putty in your hands, okay? So hit him with a smile. Hit him with eye contact. Number three, if all else fails, hit him with a wave. Hit him with a wave. A wave is like a really clear, welcoming sign to come talk to you. And my theory on this is that you need to send more signals if the environment is less conducive to people going up to one another. So in a bar that's already pretty mingly, you might just need to do eye contact. But if you are in a more public place where it's a little bit less common to like approach a stranger in the wild, you can hit him with a smile and wave, and that kind of lets them know that you're open to being approached and talked to. But also at the end of the day, like, it's 2026, so if you ever want to approach a guy, you should, because like, fuck it.
Guy in the comments says, why are we teaching women how to be more approachable instead of how to approach? You can't control somebody else's actions. All you can do is control yours. There's no tip or trick that will force a guy to approach if you really want him. The only way you can be sure is to take action yourself. The only way that you can be sure. That's pretty much it. Now, I feel like, once again, I feel like there's enough information out there for modern women to approach, but they're just not, well, let me say, there's enough information, for modern women to be approachable. That's what I mean to say. But they don't really care about getting out of their own way. They don't really care to help a man out. They don't really care to contribute to the situation unless their minimum is met, right? And so a lot of modern women get passed up because men see, oh, you have a minimum. Oh, well, if you don't give me this much attention, then I won't even talk to you. If you don't take me out on this type of date, I won't talk to you. Their minimum. And men are saying, I paid that once or twice when I was younger because I wanted women so bad. I didn't pay that more than once or twice. I paid it multiple times. But now that I'm a little bit older, no, you're going to have to show me something.
Everyone keeps telling me that guys aren't approaching them when they go out, and only weird people talk to them, and they don't like dating apps, but they don't know what to do. But guys, remember that the literal chemical that makes men approach you, despite the fact that the odds are overwhelmingly against them, that you are going to reject them, is testosterone. And we are in like historically abysmal levels of testosterone across the board for men. So honestly, I think it's mostly just because they're scared. It's not you, and it's not them either. It's not their fault. I don't really have any answers, but just know not to take it personally, and really it's not even about them, but all roads lead back to Monsanto.
Coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism. That's all it is. That's all you get from modern women nowadays.
So I am 34 and I am single. I live alone, and I, of course, would love that fantasy dream relationship. However, I'm not willing to settle.
This is one of the most common themes I come across in social media. Single women, 30 plus, whose standards keep them single. Now, a person wants what they want, fair enough. However, despite what they say, being single really bothers them. They wouldn't be making videos about it if it didn't. Her standard, though, is the fantasy dream relationship. She's literally holding out for a fantasy. Meanwhile, men are mocked just for saying we want a woman with a degree of purity, a woman who hasn't slept with dozens of men and who doesn't see marriage and family as a last resort. There's a lot of so-called Christians promoting marriage as the magical solution to society's woes. But when I point out that the average woman doesn't qualify as wife material, I'm the bad guy.
I've been on a good few dates recently with nice men. There was nothing wrong with these men, but they just weren't it.
So she's dating perfectly nice guys, but they're not fantasy men. But we see so much of how men are the problem because we're checking out of marriage. No man in his right mind is going to marry a woman like this. And yeah, this is the average single woman over 30. And don't be naive. She's having sex with a lot of these men. But men are the ones keeping society from being better because we don't want to wipe up an aging woman who thinks she deserves a fantasy man, even after sleeping with a dozen men a year for the last decade.
Hey guys, excuse me, can I get your number? Your phone number? Can I get your phone number? No? Can I get your phone number? What about yours?
Why are you so desperate?
Your phone numbers? Hear anything? No, my breath reeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get dared?
It's all good. What's up? Sorry, your mouth's full of pizza. I didn't hear you.
Did you get dared?
To do what?
Ask us back.
It's more of like a rejection thing. Or yeah.
5 times right here.
Hey, let's make it 5 more. Excuse me, guys. Can I get your phone number?
No.
Can I get your phone number? You look upset. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool. Can I get your phone number?
No, we're dating.
Can I get your phone number? Can I get your phone number? Your phone number? Well, I only asked everybody once. Persistence would be like 2 or 3 times.
That seems like
Can I get your
This man is living his best life. He's having the time of his life out there.
The feminist movement was an emotional propaganda movement in order to make women turn against their husbands and turn against their families, to have this fake empowerment where they can do whatever they want and be whatever they want. It's babies in the womb. It's destroyed marriages. The birth rates have gone down tremendously. And it's made women feel like in order to be empowered, they have to be the exact same as men. I don't think anyone benefits from feminism. I don't think men do. I don't think women do. The feminist movement for the longest time has called masculinity toxic. If you're told all the time how toxic your masculinity is and that aggression is always bad, it's bad to work super hard for your family because you need balance in life, then obviously men are going to step away from their natural instincts as men. And for women, we live in a very anti-natal society because of feminism. And so women are being pushed away from the natural things that they want to do, like get married and have children and take care of children.
When reality smacks ideology in the face.
Can I ask one question? What would it take for you guys to no longer be feminists and to say, hey, we have everything we need? When does the movement stop? Because it seems like it never stops.
It's not going to stop because they now have already overturned Roe v. Wade. We've seen a right that we fought for and won taken back. So now we have to come back to the fight.
They overturned it to give it to the states, which means the people within those states can vote on how they want to do things.
Well, then it's not a right. If it can be stopped at an invisible line, then it's not a right anymore.
It was
and that's
never
why we're
supposed
here
to be
fighting
there
for
in
those
the
rights.
first place.
Neither was the women's right to vote or anything else. Like
I personally, very controversial, I don't think women should vote because we get women like this that say all of these crazy things.
You don't vote then, right?
No, I do vote.
Why? Lead by example. Then.
I have to combat women like you, so I have to vote.
No, you're
I have to
using
vote,
your
'cause you
voice
guys
to
are
tell me you
always
don't
on
want
the
a
wrong
voice,
side
so
of
go
issues.
home.
Men are more logical because you guys are always on the wrong side of issues. You don't even know why you're doing the things that you're doing. You just do things and then you blame men.
Breaking tonight, the man accused in the murder of 17-year-old Tania Titi Tovar is now behind bars. Hello, I'm Athena Gerage. Imperial County Sheriff's confirming to News Channel 3 that 51-year-old Abraham Feinblum was arrested Friday morning after a search warrant was served at a home on Harlequin Court in Salton City. Feinblum is now facing murder and resisting arrest charges and is being held without bail. News Channel 3 was the first to bring you confirmation of an arrest in this case, and tonight we are bringing you new details you won't see anywhere else. We go straight to Garrett Hoddle in studio with more.
We had this information from the very beginning. We were just waiting for official confirmation, and now we have it. This is the man, and this is the moment. 51-year-old Abraham Feinblum was taken into custody on Friday morning. According to the Imperial County Sheriff's Office, Feinblum was seen jumping a fence in what appeared to be an attempt to invade law enforcement as agents closed in. He was immediately detained, turned over to the FBI for questioning, and later booked into the Imperial County Jail. He's now being charged with murder and resisting a peace officer.
Adult black women on the internet are killing young black girls. When are we ready to have that conversation? Because we all know goddamn why that 17-year-old girl saw that 51-year-old, 50-something-year-old man as an option. Because every day she gets on this internet, every day, it's grown-ass black women like her doing content. There's a page on Instagram that I blocked 2 days ago. It's called Swirl Content. I went there. I couldn't believe it. Some of the most beautiful black women you would imagine in the comments dropping pictures, looking for a white man, looking for a white man, looking for a white man. Pasta lobster content, black men ain't shit content. They found out that one of the biggest anti-black men and pro-interracial relationship content on Twitter was run by a teenage black girl. She hasn't had any experience with any black men in real life. All she knows about black men is everything older black women are telling her, go get your white man. They got money. Go get you an older white man. That is exactly what this girl went looking for because y'all told her that shit. But that's a conversation we're never going to have. Last year, 2025, last year, more than 30 young girls went up to meet older white men and died. The women that should be telling them to stay away from these dangerous men are on the internet telling them stay away from us and go to them. Because why, when I say us, I don't mean adult men. I mean, that girl, right now, that 17-year-old girl's biggest fucking problem, her biggest fucking problem should be that her boyfriend doesn't want to go skateboarding with her because he wants to go play Call of Duty with his homeboys. That should be her biggest problem. That and that her dad gave her $150 and she needs $250. for nothing. She just wants $250 and dad gave her $150. That should be the world-ending dilemma she's dealing with right now. Her boyfriend doesn't want to hang out with her to go skateboard. He wants to go play Call of Duty with his homies. And whatever she wanted to buy, dad gave her half the money. Dad knows she doesn't need the money. That should be her world-ending problems. But she went to go find an adult man because y'all told her those are the men they should go after because we ain't shit. You don't.
And once again, they continue to tell us that they're more mature. But the fact of the matter is you don't know what you don't know. So if you see some woman somewhere talking about, and I mean, this time it's black women, but I hear of a lot of white women doing the same thing. Oh man, get your provider, share 7. And there's this lady that I'm thinking about right now is a white lady talking about Black Cat Energy, register for my course, do this, you're looking for a golden retriever. Just tricks and gimmicks and stuff like that are keeping women single. And that's just the least of your worries. Like you said, that's the least of your worries here. Your worry is you continue to run. And like men say, instead of vetting the man, instead of trying to understand who the man is, y'all are too worried about getting the bag. Y'all are too worried about having nice things. Y'all are too worried about the soft life. And you end up tragically like this.
Nobody's approaching you. Nobody's talking to you. Nobody's asking you on dates. Nobody even looks at you, and they're not going to because you have standards and you're not going to fold easily. I'm starting to realize that maybe, just maybe, all the girls that are talked to, asked out, they just have different standards than you. They're just willing to fold a lot quicker than you. They're just willing to go with whatever that man says more than you. And when you have standards and when you have God in your life, or when you know your worth, let me tell you, most men who don't even recognize that, who are not going to abide by that, who don't respect that, will not speak to you. It is loud. You can see it on your skin. You can see it on your body language. You can see it in how you speak. And that's why they will not approach you, because they're like, I gotta come correct if I'm gonna talk to her. So if you feel bad, the fact that you feel like people don't ask you out, people don't flirt with you, people don't give you attention, especially men, remember this: the ones that they're giving attention to is the ones that they know they can take, the ones that they know that they can take advantage of. The ones that they know that are easy, the ones that they know that don't know their worth or are not in a healing journey, those are the ones that are just not where you are. You've worked way too hard to be easy. You've worked way too hard for just anybody and everybody to be coming at you. You've worked way too hard for you to rely on a man talking to you for you to know your worth. Do not fold easily, because you did not easily get here. And just be comfortable the fact that not everybody is going to talk to you, because not everybody is worth your time, and they know it.
This might be something if you are going to, like, you're in the same place and the same guys that you see, they don't approach you. But when you enter into new environments and areas where people really haven't seen you and they still don't approach you, there might be something there as well that you probably need to check out. Say, hey, why am I not getting approached? If I go to a place where bums are, obviously I don't want to be approached there. And if I don't, that's fine. But if I go to a place where I see so-called high value men and they ain't approaching, and maybe your standards need to be rechecked, because these guys have got standards as well. So why am I not meeting their standards and their criteria?
Is misogyny rooted in men's jealousy of women?
Misogyny is largely rooted, if not entirely rooted, through men's jealousy of women.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think when it comes to work, they are extremely jealous of women.
Sorry, I can't just show my go viral on the internet.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't if you wanted to. So men's critique of women who do work, I'm like, it's not even an option for you. So for you to sit there and be like, I would never do that, that's not a possibility, because no one's paying to see your dick.
Exactly. So find something else. You have all this privilege. And he was a straight white male, 6 foot, nice body, attractive man.
I could have told you that.
You are complaining to a brown woman, a brown worker, and you're complaining that I have privilege? Get the out of here.
Okay.
Pull yourself up by the boots.
I mean, I'm a 6'2".
I was gonna say, was that Jim?
I'm a 6'2" white cisgender white guy, so I don't know that I'm allowed to comment on what that brown woman just said. She called herself brown, so I'm allowed to say she's a brown woman. I was quoting her. Okay. Again, there's some truth to this. I have to say, I reject. Like, I think the fundamental premise is too broad, which is that misogyny is rooted in men's jealousy of women. I don't actually think that I don't understand what that's about. I think that's a very broad statement. I think you can make a much better argument for it, by the way, than that one. I don't agree with it, but as someone who makes arguments I don't believe in constantly, I certainly, for a living, I think you could make a better one. Like, we're jealous of the fact that women can create and birth life and we can't, which is why we're constantly trying to build things, because we can't build the most fundamental, amazing thing with nothing but just our bodies. Like, that's fucking amazing. Like, that's a superpower beyond belief. So that you could make the argument that like misogyny is rooted in fear of that because we don't understand the base nature of it. No one does. No one can say how the spark of life exists and how women can birth children. And like, it's fascinating. So you could make that argument. I don't think it's that, but I do think there is truth in what she's saying. And that is, men know that unlike women, we can't our way out of a situation.
And because men can't do that, for the most part, when a man can, then a man becomes a problem. And that's why y'all see the man that's 6 foot and y'all go for him. He's got 6 figures because I've been doing this. I've been getting myself out of these situations and you see me as competent. And so now when you come in my face talking about settle down with me, oh no, we're not going to do that. It's going to be you and your friend. You come over tonight, you come over tomorrow. I like to keep it spaced out. Like I keep it clean, separate. I don't want all that other stuff. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Right? And y'all bragging about, oh, you just mad because you can't do S work? Why would I be mad about that?
Why would you be in a man's face if you don't want to eat him alive? Like, I don't understand how y'all be around men that y'all don't like that much. If you can't just, then get out his face. Leave him alone. Stop wasting his time.
Anytime I tell women all this stuff, then she'll say, what's the solution? How do we fix men? Ma'am, what do you mean fix men? There's nothing wrong with men. The only reason that you think it's something wrong with a man is because you're judging men on the rubric of a woman. You're taking a ruler and measuring him based on the performance capabilities of a woman. And that's actually what society has collectively done. They're labeling boys with mental issues, ADHD, and all of this stuff only because they are comparing a male's performance to girls. And if you stop doing that and compare men to men, you would get a completely different outcome.
If you show a man a photograph of a woman who's dressed like a CEO and she's gorgeous, and you show a man a picture of a woman who's dressed like a Burger King service, person, and she's drop dead gorgeous, men are going to find her similarly attractive in both conditions. It doesn't matter. The woman can be doing, it doesn't matter what the woman is doing. And there's been research that shows this. They'll show men and women photographs of people in different types of outfits. And the men's ratings of how attractive the women are has just everything to do with how attractive the women are. For women rating men, it all depends on what they're wearing, right? Do they show cues to resource access? Do they not show cues to resource access? And women tend to modulate how physically attractive they find men based on whether or not they have these cues related to provisioning ability.
So I'm trying to take you at face value. I'm trying to look at you. Oh, he don't care if I'm in sweats and a t-shirt because I'm taking you at face value. Oh, my hair is not done. It's up in a bun because I'm looking at your face. I'm taking you at face value. And then we go from there.
The fastest way to lose a good or just another problem.
I'm going out tonight. It's my best friend's birthday. I don't care if you have an issue with my... Listen, I'm wearing a nice jacket with a nice long dress. All of your friends are single. You're not. That's the problem. And you don't trust me? Your wife?
Oh, yeah. Should I trust you, Sandra? To dress like that? Should I?
Most of these birds want a husband. They want to be a wife.
but they also want to be independent. They want to do their own thing. No, it doesn't work like that, Leah. If your husband says to you to not do something, you don't do it. All of these girls want to be given the world, but how would you expect to be given the world if you're not going to listen to your man? Make sure to find a woman of God, because she'll follow the teachings of Christ and she'll listen to you. In the Haven app, you can ask her, how can I find a woman of God? And it'll give you qualities that a woman should have to know she's for the Lord. The moment that your girl says, I'll do what I want, is she really worth to be given the world? Stay woke in these streets, Leah. Big Britain.
The people that get offended the most are usually some of the worst people I've ever met, because they hold everyone to purity tests and they destroy people's lives as they're not 100% perfect in every way whatsoever. They act like they're kind online, and then in real life they don't do shit. And those that are willing to actually joke with each other and who have open minds and who are willing to be fun and not care about every little thing that a word is said, actually stand up and stick for people when real matters and it comes down to it. They're performative, they virtue signal, and then when it comes to actually stepping up, they do nothing, except maybe they went out and protest one Saturday.
You're such an asshole.
What? Do you not have friends where you guys just like do little jabs
to each other?
Oh, that's not that mean. Doing little spoon jokes?
No, because it's a real thing that affects my life.
I would do sister jokes if you were a lesbian.
Which would also be offensive.
I am manifesting that somebody opens a nationwide chain of women-only gyms so we don't have to listen to men grunt and we don't have to be literally assaulted with our eyeballs.
I'm sorry, did she just say that women are getting assaulted with our own eyeballs? I'm a little confused. Maybe she meant that men are assaulting us with their eyeballs. I know that the threshold for like what sexual assault is real low nowadays, but sweetheart, they're not looking at you at the gym because they want to fuck you. They're looking at you because you guys go to the gym in practical bras and underwear. Y'all are walking in there with diapers, setting up your phone, recording, calling anybody who glances your way a predator. So no, you can have your female-only gyms. There are definitely some, but I would just like to remind you that gyms were like initially a safe place for like men majorly, and then you guys came in with your insufferableness and your attention-seeking ways, and you just made it a place where men don't even want to be anymore. So, but nobody wants to talk about that, so.
The goal of feminism was to attack the very idea of a godly wife and a godly mother. In fact, feminism is the most anti-female movement because it tells you and I, in order to be valuable in society, we have to do everything that a man does. Being a wife, being a mother, it's not good enough. That's not a valuable aspect of society. It's the most anti-female movement. And this is why you must understand. I tell people, you cannot be a Christian feminist. You should be pro-female. We love women, but to be a Christian feminist doesn't make sense. Why? Because feminism was first and foremost an attack on the Word of God. Feminism was an attack on how God created us in His Word.
Honestly, if I had to do everything that a woman had to do, it'd be exhausting. It'd be exhausting. Because I mean, I could, right? But why would I want to? She's much better at it. She's more suited for it. Why would I want to do what she does? And this is how men think, right? I could do it, but I don't want to. She's better at that. But women think, oh, well, you know, I'm better than he is, so I need to be superior to him. He needs to know that I'm really calling the shot. You know, modern women have to build value. They're building value. I go to school. I'm educated to have this. I have my own car. I have my own place. I'm a superior person. I'm a good person. I'm superior to all these other women. And that's why I think I deserve a $200 dinner. That's why I think I deserve the princess treatment, the soft life. Because I do have all of these things. I'm top notch. I'm even better than you. You should be happy that I'm here. And it sounds crazy once you say it out loud, but unfortunately, this is how a lot of modern women think.
Show respect to your husband. But what if he's a narcissist? He probably doesn't deserve it. You're gaslighting the whole internet. You're a pick-me.
Ladies, feminism is demonic, and it is not something you need to ever call yourself and then call yourself a woman of God, a child of God. Feminism is so demonic that it made you believe that having a man, wanting a family, wanting a husband was somehow wrong, and that if you didn't have a man that you were strong. If you didn't want to stay home and take care of children, that you were strong. Do you know how demonic that is? Everything that feminism has taught women is to go against God. It's to go against biblical order. It's to go against the way God set up the family so that it will work. So now you are a feminist and you're strong. You don't have a man. You can't keep one. You're ready to divorce, or you are already divorced. And now you got your girlfriend talking about you're feeling yourself and you're exploring yourself. No, you've been taught to walk into a demonic relationship. You've been taught to do things that are totally against God, and you don't even understand it. And many of you call yourself a woman of God. If you're ready to get in order, type apply. If not, keep scrolling.
I saw this post here where one girl say a real man doesn't care about a woman's body count. My sister, you want to eat your cake and have it at the same time. You won't mess around, sleep with so many men, do as you like, useless your body, come back, come marry a real man, a good man, because that is your definition of a real man, a good man. Okay, you know when the man will start to decay? When he takes you out, say, babe, let's go hang around with my friends. One of my paddy just came back. When that one go see on her two together, tell him, say, oh boy, I don't like this babe now. I don't enter her many times. In fact, safe. Now me and my other two guys enter her. Then the man will start to decay. Or maybe he takes you home to meet his parents and his sister. Tell him, say, Egbon, now me they arrange guys for this girl now. The girl na big as she. Then you go know say he go start to decay. Or you make him brother tell him say he don't enter you before. Because I don't know which one I think before I go to write this kind of nonsense posts, this kind of rubbish. Say a real man does not care about a woman's body count. You won't eat your cake, have her. And I go learn in the hard way.
Many women don't know what disrespect is. This is what I like to call perception politics. It's kind of like girl math, but for arguments. Perception politics means meaning is decided based on how it was felt and not what was intended. Let me give you an example. A man sets a boundary. Now he's controlling. A man corrects something because he wants to help you. Now he's disrespectful. A man has the nerve to disagree with something. Now he's rejecting you. A man refuses to enable behavior that's unhealthy, and now he's harsh. So you see, it's not the intention, it's not how it was said, but it's how the woman perceives it. That's perception politics. We need to understand that discomfort isn't disrespect. Being challenged isn't humiliation. Not being enabled isn't dishonor. Disrespect is contempt, belittling you, intentionally tearing you down. Something isn't automatically disrespectful because it didn't feel good. If every uncomfortable moment turns into you disrespected me, that's manipulation.
Let's be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
Yeah, and your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
because
sure
you're 5'4" and 200 pounds.
Okay.
And 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky.
Okay. That's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
You never seen my body before, so you just
I don't have to see your body. I know you're 5'4" and almost 200 pounds with 2 kids in Kentucky. And I see your picture.
You just say
and I'm listening to how you talk. And I'm listening to your energy. I'm listening to your tone. I'm listening to your relationships. See, what it is, you ladies don't like when somebody is this direct with you. Honest. I got no dog in this fight. I had a woman on here earlier and I told her she was absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to screw you. You ain't giving me no money. What am I getting out of this?
Nothing.
So why do I have to lie?
Women are in trouble. Oh. Hey, I pity girls sometimes because there's a big difference between the content we say girls they watch and the content we say man they watch. Men, if you see men motivational content, now things will be like, oh my God, you know they try, work harder. This is what you do, you know, make sense. You have to, you know, men content you go take accountability. When I don't see women motivational content, they go tell them you are perfect just the way you are. Don't mind any man that does not like you for who you are. Don't change. Remain what you are. The man that's the right for you will come and meet you. Chai! Oh boy. When I dey in trouble, I wanna know. When I dey in trouble. Listen to Magical, man or woman. Magic go hold you accountable. And what thing you need be that. If not, you go deceive yourself and the best part of your life go pass you by and you go regret.
Women are followers, not fucking leaders, ever. You guys get that? The faster you learn this shit, the faster you're not going to be fucking taken as a sucker. They don't innovate nothing. They don't lead shit. They follow everything. So this whole concept of make me jealous a little bit, translation. I need to know that other bitches want you because I'm too stupid to realize if I'm making the right choice. So I need other people, namely women and other men to respect you for me to know that I need to respect you because women can't fucking make decisions on their own. Do you get that, chat? This is a creature that doesn't even know what they want to eat for lunch. You get that?
Do men even benefit from traditional marriage these days? I recently made a post on this on my other page saying that men don't benefit from marriage anymore. But I really want to know women's input on this and how they believe that a man is benefiting from traditional marriage. Because in my personal opinion, what I've seen is once a man gets married, not only is he cut off in the bedroom, he's still expected to show up for the family and still do all of those husband duties and bust his ass, most likely blue collar worker, and pay the majority of the bills, if not all. And then when she finally gets bored of all of that and realizes I'm not getting the attention I need because you cut him off like when you got married, you take him for half of his shit. So what is the benefit these days to a man getting married? Because I really don't see it when it is a woman that doesn't have her priorities straight. And when I say priorities straight, like your husband should be a priority. You should want to engage in said activities in the bedroom with your husband. You should want him just as much as he continues to want you. And I know damn well if the roles were reversed, and sometimes it is, she automatically jumps to, are you cheating? What are you doing? Why don't you want it? But if a man does that to a woman, when she cuts him off, if she cuts him off in the bedroom, he is not allowed to question said reason. He is not allowed to bring up said activity because then it's, oh, that's all you ever think about. So I want to know from a woman's perspective, how does a man benefit from marriage in today's society? Because from where I'm sitting, they don't. Let me know down in the comments what you think.
The benefit would be a man actually getting a partner. And that's what men can't decipher if they'll get or not, is a partner. And that's why they just continue to stay away from it altogether, to be honest.
I actually started to see American feminism as freedom from Indian patriarchy, specifically patriarchy enforced by the women in my family. Weirdly enough, started to see this as an escape because I saw that the white girls that were my friends were very liberated. Their mothers didn't police their clothing. They didn't tell them what to do. I wasn't allowed to be friends with boys, which, as you can imagine, socially fucked with me a little bit. So I saw feminism as freedom, right? And then in college, I am still adhering to this feminist paradigm because I saw it again as freedom from Indian patriarchy. And a lot of my Indian American female friends also suffered under this same set of social norms whereby they would be policed, and it was actually truly oppressive. And so I thought, okay, I will seize my liberation and I will not act according to these highly conservative Indian norms. And I didn't. I did whatever I wanted in my 20s, literally anything I wanted. And of course, that didn't turn out to be a recipe for life success. You can't just do whatever you want. And this is actually something Western feminism teaches women. And then when I say this, people think I'm crazy. People think I'm the one getting something from feminism that wasn't there. But if now it is very clear that feminism is anti-discipline, and it does not lead to letting go of discipline entirely, does not lead to great life outcomes for a lot of women.
That stuff is messing you up, man. And like you said, man, in my 20s, I did whatever I wanted. I went berserk. I went crazy. Like literally anything that I wanted to do, I did it. As much as I was able to, I did it. Shoot. But then, like she said, I'm seeing these. It's an illusion, is what it is. Modern women are good at creating illusions, and that's why so many women are signing up for these programs, and then they get out of the program and they just left with a good feeling and a great time, maybe some connections. But now you just know more women around the U.S. that are single and gonna be single.